In the good old days, if you wanted to go someplace as a blind or person with low vision, you had to be able to memorize a route. And some research that I did showed that people who were white cane users were using perhaps 2 routes regularly. And the reason for this is that the amount of memory that you need in order to be able to remember more routes is enormous. My name is Tom Pay. I'm the founder and chief executive of Waymap. Finding out that I was blind was probably the most traumatic thing that has happened to me. Out of it came something which I think is really enabling. We're working with Verizon on a project here at Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. It's a project where 20 blind users are going to navigate using the Waymap app across the campus, making sure that a university campus of the future will be able to support not just blind students, but the disabled students in general.
My name is Zach Bastian. I work in public policy and strategic alliances at Verizon. I lead accessibility-focused partnerships. When I went out and saw all the different kinds of technology out there were a lot of great opportunities to work with external companies, but the one that really clicked for me as being the most relatable and common problem that's shared not only by people with disabilities, but everyone, is navigation, which is what Waymap brings to the table, is a truly creative, innovative navigation solution that could be life-changing for people with disabilities. The really exciting thing about being a leading network provider is we put the infrastructure out there and then we get to see how people use it. We share our resources, help people understand how the technology works, and then a company like Waymap comes in and just blows us away with what they can do with it.
My name is Brian Bushway. I'm an orientation mobility instructor, and I specialize in echolocation, and I discovered all of this at the age of 14 when I lost my vision. Having Waymap helps me think about exploring new places because I have a new tool that gives me meaningful information at the appropriate time. I need to make choices of where I want to go next.
As you use our app, we can learn about the routes that you're taking, and we can use that to support blind people as they get around.
When it comes to 5G ultra-wideband, I think what we really want people to understand is it is so dramatically different in terms of not only the speed that it can offer, but the latency that it reduces, the speed at which it can communicate decisions, the network can react, that we're able to do truly transformative things with that network.
This new technology can help me in my day-to-day life by learning routes much quicker. And especially if there's already pre-programmed routes in there, it's going to make it so much less daunting to want to pick up my cane and start traveling out into new places because someone has already trailblazed the map in front of me.
I'm Allison Burdett. I'm Associate Vice President of Visual Impairment and Developmental Disability Services for Wayfinder Family Services. Wayfinder has been providing services for over 65 years in this neighborhood and also throughout California. Wayfinder Family Services employs a number of mobility instructors. It's a certified professional field for teaching people with low vision and blindness how to navigate and travel safely. So Wayfinder partnered in this project to provide our orientation and mobility specialists. And so we feel like this is going to be a really beneficial partnership to contribute to the field of knowledge for orientation and mobility and be able to give to new instructors who are now coming out of the college programs to have this new skill set and resource for their students.
My name is Leisha Maddox-McGrew. I am the Director of Student Success in the Division of Student Affairs here at Loyola Marymount University. And what that means is I assist our students and their families to transition successfully to the university. I think that Waymap would definitely, as it's geared towards the visually impaired and the disabled population, I think that it would give them more an equitable experience on our campus and help them be more independent. And so something as simple as this application would be a game changer for me in that program.
This is Tony Quello. I founded the Quello Center for Disability Rights at Loyola Marymount University in order to make sure that people with disabilities are part of the legal process in interpreting the laws. I'm really excited about the partnership between Loyola Marymount University, Verizon, and Waymap in providing for physical access for those of us with disabilities on college campuses, because that, in effect, provides for the intellectual access so that we can participate in society and make a difference for those of us with disabilities.
The Waymap application is awesome because it's gonna help motivate people to move. It's gonna give them new ideas about how to go and explore their spaces.
From an accessibility standpoint in the technology frame, we want to make sure that the platforms, the apps, the information that people have access to with their vision, with their sight, have the same amount of accessibility and usability to somebody who's not using their vision or sight.
People who are blind are really capable when it comes to moving around public spaces independently, but a lot of the time it's a matter of some basic guardrails and supports being put in place so they can do that.
We recognize that everybody in the world is an explorer at heart, and we just want to open the world, not just for blind people, but for everybody.